now Frank Holland has the results of the latest CNBC CFO Council Survey. Frank.
Yeah, there, Morgan. When we asked CFOs in our exclusive Q1 survey about the biggest risk to their business, U.S. trade policy, that was the top answer. The next two answers, they're related at least to some extent. Inflation was the number 2 answer and consumer demand the number 3 answer, with 20% of responses saying consumer demand. A key part of U.S. trade policy, of course, that's tariffs. We asked CFOs about the impact of tariffs. We got really a wide range of responses. Let's start with the strongest opinions. 55% said they don't really know the impact of tariffs because they're not sure which ones will stick. 25% said tariffs would not help the U.S. economy. And then we have, a whole lot of not so sure answers. 20% said they agree somewhat that tariffs will help the U.S. economy. No CFOs answered strongly agree about tariffs helping the U.S. economy. 60% said they agree somewhat that tariff will lead to a reacceleration of inflation. So again, answers kind of all over the place. Speaking of inflation, the Fed getting high marks on how it's handled rising prices. 15% of CFOs said the Fed is doing an excellent job. 45% saying the Fed's doing a good job. Only 5% were critical. But they are skeptical about the Fed's 2% target. About 2/3 see the Fed reaching that goal in 2027 or later. A quarter saying they're just unsure if or when that'll happen. Back over to you.
It's interesting, Frank, because I spent time with a number of CFOs last week, and more so than tariffs themselves, it seemed the takeaway was that it's hard to invest right now given the uncertainty around trade policy and tariffs, and this notion that even if you start to get some sort of sense of what that looks like under the Trump administration, if this is one big negotiation and it changes again in the future, again, uncertainty, and that seems to be such an issue.
Yeah, uncertainty was a big issue. It was kind of a theme throughout this survey. Also, when we asked them about their thoughts about the economy, about 3/4 of them were actually pessimistic about the U.S. economy.